Hey fam, how you be? Let's see, what kind of advice do you need to hear right now? What words can help soothe your soul? It's been feeling so heavy and there's been a lot of serious shit going on, and whether you're able to, remain stoic about it, or you feel everything extremely deeply. It's been a bit heavy. It feels like it's kind of easing up, at least for a moment. Thank goodness. But I don't know about you. It's been very heavy lately. So let's see what kind of words of advice we can receive in this moment. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get into it. Okie dokie. What are the words that the collective needs to hear? Well, I guess we're starting with that card, and it is the Two of Swords. For some, they don't want to hear this shit. This feels like, nerves, like being nervous, knowing that there are some really big choices coming up and things are about to change, and you may be unsure about yourself, but you know that you can trust your instincts. You don't need to see it. You can feel it. You can sense it. And maybe this is just referencing this past week and how heavy it was, and just like, no, please, because I always get distracted, at least lately, by the moon there. Like, I know that can be someone who's having difficulty making choices because they're scared of being hurt because of past pain. But I also like to call it the Never Again card, because you know better now. So there are certain things that can't even reach you anymore, right? Because you are beyond that shit. You learned, you've moved on, right? So however that resonates for you, fam, right? Okay, let's go ahead and cut the deck, since that one was like, yo, hello. Let's take that as a moment to cut the deck into three, taking the middle to the top. What is chapter 2? The Six of Swords. So see, like, choices are being made, and it's enabling that peace of mind. Like, you've been able to experience things that have let you know, like, okay, yes, I can trust my intuition. Like, it feels like such a returning to self. Releasing the chaos of deferring to others, and that doesn't quite, like, for some that may resonate, but it's not. It's like recognizing, oh, these people went from being inspirational to me to I was basically just following them, and it was never meant to get, you know what I mean? They weren't meant to have that kind of pull or something. And it's like coming to that realization of, oh, okay, excuse him, what, and enough of that. Like, so much, like, way beyond recognizing this is the crap that I'm not willing to put up with. I got to move on. This is, we've moved on. We're not moving on. We've moved on. There are things that just no longer apply to you. It's official. You have evolved past it. Chapter 3. The Page of Cups. It's time to have some fun again, fam. It's time to enjoy yourself and laugh. This dude, this person, is talking to a fish. That's how I like to interpret. There's a fish in that cup. What? What's happening? Maybe this is someone who, the way they catch your attention is their connection to animals. Like, they just have this innate ability to, like, animals just, if they're around, they're just magnetized. You know what I mean? But it's someone who makes you laugh. Like, this could just simply be a message from someone who's younger than you that just, like, clicks in you, and it enables you to figure out how to truly take care of your inner child, right? How to, it enables your funny bone. You know what I mean? But in like the, not like, ow, why do they call that the funny bone? Your actual funny bone, the shit that enables you to laugh, you know? Like this, sometimes the Page and Knight of Cups get bad reps and people think, oh, well, it's just more rebound than anything else. Maybe it is a palate cleanser. But the main vibe of it is to savor your life and enjoy yourself. Right? Live in that harmony, go with the flow, and remember that you still are in control of yourself, at least, right? There's still so many options you have. So what are you worried about? If we're imagining what we feel like to be free, why aren't you following through? You know what I mean? Except you are, aren't you? You are following through. You're taking care of yourself. What's coming up next, fam? Chapter 4 is the Four of Wands. It's the 1111 card, fam. Yay! Celebrations, right? But these are the ones, so it's connected to your passions, that spark within you, that type of creativity. It's your strength and resiliency that are enabling this, right? You've made it to this point, and you have... Seriously, looking at it from the Two of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Four of Wands, it's such a like scale of evolution. You know what I mean? Like, okay, enough of that. I'm going to go over here and actually enjoy myself, okay? And fuck yeah, Yar fam. Underneath the Two of Swords is the Ace of Wands. I like to do a row of 4 and then underneath that another row of 4. And it's really interesting to see how they play together. So we have the Ace of Wands coming up underneath the Two of Swords. Make sure that you are open to receive, my friend. Make sure that any fear of the past is resolved and released, because your passions and creativity are trying to sweep you away in the better direction. Okay? Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Enable your intuition. Okay? And you'll be able to know what options are best for you. Retrain that subconscious, fam. You know, I always say that affirmations and meditation are free, and they're some of the best free resources available, especially when it comes to retraining your subconscious, right? And being able to trust yourself and trust and know what your priorities are, being able to really connect with your heart, mind, and soul and know what's best for you, so that no matter what anybody else says, they're unable to confuse you, okay? Because that's a concern for someone, that it's too good to be true. And like, it wouldn't even be possible if you hadn't done all of this work, okay? All right, you need to remember that, and I will happily remind you anytime you need. Coming up underneath that Six of Swords is the Two of Cups. Bam! That's 2 twos. And the Two of Cups is coming up after a very phallic card. I'm just going to put it back down after saying that, so the YouTube crap doesn't go, I see what you're doing there, Amy. Somebody has a new relationship coming in now. So maybe that's going to trigger you a bit. It's gonna, like, there are gonna be aspects about it that scare you, because there are things this person says and does that are like no one you've ever dealt with before. And the unknown can be very scary, but you need to remind yourself that, oh wait, I want someone who is like no one I've ever known before. I want to be with someone who treats me the way no one I've ever known ever has, because it's so much better than what I've been healing from. This is a healthy, harmonious relationship with figures that very closely resemble the Fool on their Fool's journey of growth and evolution, right? and the High Priestess. It could be work. It could be work. Moving on to a more harmonious environment where it's more conducive to your creativity and skills and abilities and peace of freaking mind. It is coming up underneath the Six of Swords. So I also feel like the Six of Swords it's showing us what you're heading for. It's showing us where you're going. And that's to happiness and joy and love. Right? This could be meeting your soul family and just being filled with harmony and everything. You know what I mean? This could be the best collaboration ever that enables you to really bring abundance into your life because you're doing what comes naturally to you. And there's someone who really, truly enables you to shine in that environment. And you do that for each other, right? This is a two-way street. If you're tired of one-way streets and being the one who's making all the effort and all that crap, good, because you don't have to do that anymore. It's all good. There's balance here, right? Underneath that silly, silly Page of Cups is the Fam, look at that. Oh, Fam. Oh, cards like this show up after really difficult, dark times. It's like hearing that gear shift in place. Like, okay, moving on. It's official, right? It's time to have fun. May the odds be ever in your favor, fam. Because that's the heck what it's time for. That's what this is. This is a new chapter in your life. It could be, the rest of your life. Like, now that we got that out of the way, here we go, right? Like this, wow. I'm looking at the numbers now. Don't mind me. 2 2s. That's the one major arcana that has shown up thus far. So let's go ahead and take it seriously, okay? There's a point being made, okay, fam? We're definitely in the word positive is coming to mind, but that's not what I want to say, dang it. I want to say like odds and evens. We're in the evens, 2, 4, 6, right? Underneath the 4 of Wands, after the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10 card, we have the 4 of Swords. The battle is done. No ands, ifs, or buts. The battle is done, and you know it. And you've been healing and really figuring that out. You don't want to be frozen, unable to make decisions because of fear of that pain of making a mistake, of failing, or what people think of you, whatever the heck, right? You want to know, that you tried it whoever's way. You tried it their ways. I tried it their way. And then, right? You thought that you were doing what you were supposed to be doing, and the only thing it provided was a bunch of freaking lessons, hey? You've been learning so much, right? This person has put the swords up. They're just decor on the wall. They're just medieval, whatever the heck, Gothic decor on the walls, right? And they've taken away the distractions. Lately, I keep thinking of soldiers who are now being returned to life as a citizen, having their freedom back to be able to come and go as they please. You can even smoke a bit of weed if you want to. Whatever, right? Whatever equivalent to that kind of vibe is like, right? It's done. And now we're going to get all of the hoopla, all of the bullshit out of our heads and remember the way we think, the way we want our minds to work, the way our own heartbeat, what that sounds like, right? Knowing that we are very well trained. But these are the swords, so in this aspect, it's wisdom. All that crap wasn't for naught. We've learned a lot. And if anything comes up, we have that sword right there. We can handle it. Done, right? There's nothing to worry about. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. The worst is behind you. Battle's done. Let's celebrate, right? You got 4-4, buddy. You got 4-4. Sorry to those who don't like being called buddy. All right, the caboose to this incredible tale is the Page of Swords. That's 2 pages in this one reading. 2, 2, 4, 4, 2 pages. When I see the Page of Swords, I wonder how often you are underestimated. And my only concern with that is whether or not you are underestimating yourself. Because I hope not. So if these pages are you, like maybe there's something going on that like you really feel the newness of it all. Like you're a novice in life again. And what the heck? And that can be, you know, a bit unsteady, like, you know, a baby bird learning how to fly kind of thing. You know, there's that adjustment period. But like, you know, you've learned so much. So you just keep going, because anyone underestimating you is in for a big surprise. That like no weapon forged against me shall ever prosper kind of energy, right? On the bottom of the deck, I tend to consider that card like the main vibe. You know, we get these particulars, but then there's the main vibe. That's the Ace of Pentacles, fam. Now that you've reached this spot, what do we say? Here you go. You did it. Yay. This is a new journey, right? We already have the Fool represented in this reading right underneath the 6 of frickin' swords. And the Divine, seriously, you need to be open to receive, because the Divine is trying to help you out. Thankfully, the only 4 that didn't show up, almost, is the 4 of Cups. You know, you're very aware. And I feel like that's represented here. And you're getting there. You're like loosening up and taking that pressure off your shoulders. So you just keep going. You keep going, fam. You know exactly what you're doing. You're making all this effort, and just keep going. That's the vibe of this. Keep going. Continue whatever it is that's working, whether it's the affirmations, the meditations, all of it, whether it's finding that time in the morning before you go to work, before you're around other people, to have even just 5 minutes to meditate or just enjoy some music, taking that break in the day. I'm seeing somebody going out to their car during lunch to just listen to music or something, and just before they go back into work. Whatever these things are that you've been doing to help yourself find that peace of mind, to find that calm and trust in yourself and your path and your journey, keep it up, because you are enabling yourself. You are doing the work. You came from a place of fear, but you're pushing past it and you're doing the thing. This is merely confirmation. Like, I feel like this is all confirmation. You already know. Like, whatever. Like, look at this crap. Shit. Bam. My goodness gracious. I feel like I want to bust out the little note cards. My little prototype things. I almost got the blank deck. I think I'm about ready to actually get a blank deck and just fill those out and move past the note cards. Okay. What are we doing here? What are the extra notes for this reading? Whoop! That's a whole bunch though. But it starts with, oh, but I can. Period. Oh, sorry, I totally just flipped you off. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean it. Oh, man. Okay, I don't know about you. If you even like music, it's okay. If you don't, I don't know that world, but it's okay. You do you. You be happy. But for me, a song that's like quite possibly #1 on the list of if I'm having a bad day and I'm just struggling, I'm just struggle bussing, you know what I mean? This is one of those songs that really gets me, like, I can't help it. I start moving, you know what I mean? And that's Hang On Sloopy by the McCoys. The main vibe I feel like this is confirming this. Whatever it is that you're worried about, like maybe where you come from, your family, your body, your job, whatever it is that you're insecure about when it comes to this person that you daydream about, the kind of love that you've always wanted, it's not an issue. Don't torture yourself with that, because it's not even an issue. It's just not. They think that you are beautiful. They think that the sun rises with you. Okay? And there are 3 more cards. One is there another perspective? Someone's got that hyper focus going on, and it feels like they're kind of getting snagged up on it. And I find it interesting that they came up after Hang On Sloopy. So there's something that you're hung up on. Maybe you started like exercising or something. There's something you're trying to do that you just need to just be comfortable in your own skin. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and trust whoever's meant to is going to love you. Okay? I got Sagittarius. So either you're the Sag or the, you know. And then it's not safe to go alone. You got to have faith. So I reference actually Faith the Vampire Slayer. If you don't know the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she is they're kind of like the same and yet still managing to be oil and water, but that's because, spoilers to those who haven't really gotten through there, okay? They're not supposed to exist at the same time. There's only supposed to be one Slayer, right? So Faith, like I kind of feel with the series, like there are certain characters that were only created for a specific thing, and if it wasn't that time for that point in the storyline, it seemed like they didn't really know what to do with them. Riley, you know what I mean? And it was kind of frustrating. But Faith, like, you know, she came from a situation that wasn't really conducive to her growth. She wasn't nurtured. She wasn't cared for, right? And it really, like, she had a lot of baggage, a lot of things that she needed to work through and heal from. She needed people to be kind and to believe in her. And she needed especially to learn how to believe in herself, right? She needed people to kind of call her out on her shit sometimes, you know? But she got that redemption round. She got that redemption story, and she made it through the entire fucking series. You know what I'm saying? So you are, you know, the word durable just came to mind. You're not only durable, you're a fucking badass, okay? The things that you have made it through with your mind still intact, because you know there were times you really weren't sure if that was going to be possible. They were. You did. You're a freaking badass. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time out and keeping me company throughout this entire reading even. It's getting better, okay? Just lighten up. Stay up there. Keep those vibes high and enjoy your life because you're meant to, okay, fam? I believe in you. Never forget that, all right?